Got some great guests in studio with me to talk about National Assisted Living Week. It starts on the 10th, goes through the 16th, and we'll put a bunch of links to great information on that in the show notes from the interview here in just a little bit. From Maple Glen, I've got Teresa Gilman and Stephanie Jeffries. Teresa's the leasing director. We've had her on a number of times. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. And Stephanie is the activities director at Maple Glen. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming on today to talk about all the great things that happen at Maple Glen. National Assisted Living Week kicks off next week. And Teresa, let's start with you a little bit on that week and what it means to the folks who live at Maple Glen and then work at Maple Glen.
Of course. So National Assisted Living Week, we celebrate nationwide our seniors. And so for Maple Glen, it's one big party every day of the week. There's always a national theme, and this year it is families. Families is love, family and love, whether it be blood or non-blood, who those, relatives and loved ones are. So we're celebrating that with traditions. Sunday, we're going to start off, it's our Sunday brunch. It is also Grandparents' Day.
Oh, wow.
So we're having a big party on that. It's open to the community. Come in and have brunch with your loved one. Bring your grandparents in. We're having a photo booth, so we'll be taking family pictures for you.
Oh, fun.
And we'll have carnations to hand out to all the grandparents and guests, and our residents as well.
Very cool.
So that's how we're going to kick it off, and I will let Stephanie tell you about the rest of the week.
Yeah, what else is going on?
So the rest of the week, we're kind of planning it every day is a different theme. We have big parties planned for every day. We're going to do the first day of the week is Monday, and we'll be doing TV Land. So we're going to celebrate some of the old television shows that the residents were accustomed to when they were younger. And then we'll go on into a family picnic, which is going to celebrate the family coming together. Then Wednesday, we're going to do an old-fashioned barn dance in the dining room at lunch.
What?
So we're inviting the community to come in and, dance with the residents
For
a little
sure.
bit. Thursday, we're going to do family game night. So we're going to bring out all of the old classic family games, and we'll play some games in the lobby. We'll have games set up throughout the building, bowling, horseshoes. We're going to make a giant wall, Connect Four, so we'll play some
Nice.
Connect Four. And then Friday, we're going to play some classic musicals. We'll sit around family style and watch some classic Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals.
Oh, yeah, the classics.
Yeah, and and we're also collecting recipes from our residents. We're planning on putting a cookbook together. That's part of our family tradition. We're having family members bring in family favorite recipes, and we're going to put a cookbook together for the residents.
So that does tie everything in with
Ties
the
everything.
family theme for the week. Very cool.
Right, yes.
So Teresa is, so you mentioned that it is open for many of the community members to come by to get a better sense of the amenities and things that are available at Maple Glen. We were talking last month about some specials and things. How are the openings at Maple Glen right now? You guys
I have a few
availabilities?
openings,
Okay.
so yes, you're more than welcome to come and tour, and I would love to have you move in if it's the right time for you, and if it's not, we can always work a goal to plan in the future so that nothing. It's better to have a plan ahead than be in an emergency state. So let me help you plan if that's something you're even considering. I'd love to talk to you.
You can go to the website too, mapleglensl.com, and the phone number is 810-5535. Is that not right?
It's changed. They needed to correct that. Sorry. It's
Sorry,
the
it's okay.
360-427-0300.
It makes it even easier. 427-0300. You have to dial 360 now when you dial any of these phone numbers.
Oh, that's
Still getting
correct.
used to that.
Right.
So very neat. And again, how well does the community at Maple Glen become a family? I mean, I know you and I talk all the time about how the residents, and they come in and play piano, and people come in for the food service and things like that. But you get a sense that everybody, all levels of the organization and the residents there, are all really one big happy family.
They are. They really are. The residents it's their home, and they have their things that they do. For instance, remember Evelyn. Every morning she's playing the piano, waking everybody up at breakfast time. We have Donato and Lucia who are out in the garden, and they bring in the fresh vegetables and hand them out to the residents. And residents are doing puzzles together and chatting and going on walks together. So it's very much, it's their home. They have their routines, they have their social life, and then they go out with Stephanie on activities and they have a really great time. I think from the time I've been here, I've realized sometimes when the seniors are out there at home, they're not realizing what they may be missing as far as a social life. They've had their career, they've had their families, and then you dream of retirement, and then you get into your kind of routine at home, which may not be as full life as you deserve. And so coming into Maple Glen, even if you want to come in and just do a few activities, get a feel for us, you might be surprised at maybe what you've been missing.
Wow.
And they're so welcoming. They love having visitors. They'll show you around. They'll invite you to play card games. It's just a great thing to not miss.
Stephanie, is it hard to come up with activities for the residents on a weekly basis? Do they add a lot of input?
They're absolutely add a lot of input. We have a monthly meeting and we sit down, and I'm always open for suggestions. They love to go just to get in the bus and go for a drive. Some of our residents are not local, and so they're seeing places for the very first time. We drive out the canal or, drive out into Dayton and some of the places that they're just not familiar with. So they really enjoy that. Local restaurants, we love the local restaurants, and they're fabulous to us when we come in. Trips to the ocean.
Oh, so longer trips too.
Yes, trips up to Squim to the game farm and driving through. Picnics at Potlatch. So a lot of things going on, a lot of games, a lot of card games, a lot of craft activities. We do a lot of crafting, and it's fun to get ideas from the residents because they have craft ideas that I hadn't thought of.
Sure.
Things that they had done in the past. They collect little bits of things and do fabulous projects with them.
What are the different levels of assisted living that are out there?
The different levels. So we have completely independent residents that basically have moved in because they decided they needed a better social life. They're tired of cleaning their house and maintaining the yard, those type of aspects. We have then some residents who may need us to manage their medication or shower assistance. So it goes from independent all the way down to those who have beginning dementia, who are still able to establish a routine, and we can successfully assist them in living there, as long as they're not going to wander out that door. That's considered a wander risk. We can maintain them and give them a quality of life that they deserve while they're going, through the dementia process. So we have independent down to complete assistance, med management, shower, bathing, toileting, dressing, meal reminders. So it can go quite a gamut of what we can do for them.
That's really nice. And it is National Assisted Living Week coming up on the 10th through the 16th. And so just a wide gamut if you and your family are talking about options for the elders in your family. There are a lot of them at Maple Glen. Again, online at mapleglensl.com. The phone number is 360-427-0300. We'll put the links to all that here in the show notes when we post this interview. And very cool. So lots of activities. Community is welcome. And
yes, I have one highlight.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Thursday night, we came up with this in the part of tradition, and I don't know if you remember Laugh-In.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Goldie Hawn got her start, and Lily Tomlin. So we are going to have a Laugh-In evening, along with West Side Pizza. So this is going to be open to the community. Come into our dining room at 5:30. We will have pizza buffet on behalf of West Side Pizza, and at 6 o'clock we're going to start an hour of Laugh-In in the dining room. So I would encourage all of you, if you want to go down that road for a memory with your loved one, or if you never heard of it, it was, I think, about the first comic relief type show live that they was ever on TV.
So is it are you doing the TV, or are you guys going to have the doors there that you open up and tell
I'm
the
actually
joke?
just going to show
some of the old
DVDs
ones?
onto
Oh,
the screen in the
Those are
dining
so
room.
funny.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
so,
hilarious.
Aren't they?
Yeah,
Yes. So
I
that's
love
going to be Thursday night,
Okay.
coming at 5:30. If you're able to call in an RSVP, that would be great. We want to make sure we have enough pizza for everyone. If it's a whim and you decide, oh gosh, it's Thursday night, my kids are at football practice, or they're not, come on in, come join them and have some good laughs.
Yeah,
So-
show them laughing. That's a
Exactly.
totally unique form of comedy that we haven't really seen a lot of that since.
Right,
What a great show that
right.
was. Oh, that's fun. All right, well, very nice catching up with you and talking about Maple Glen and all the things happening next week for Assisted Living Week. Again, I'm talking with Stephanie Jeffries, the Activities Director for Maple Glen, and Teresa Gilman, the Leasing Director. Good to see you.
Good to
nice
see
to
you.
meet you.
Thank you.
You guys have a great rest of your day.